Ms Legalista, aka Attorney Sheila, here back with another scam. This time we're talking about tax scams. It's tax season. Today is actually April 16th, so I hope you got those tax returns dropped off in the mail. Some of you just will not listen to me, but we're going to talk about it. Yeah. I recently had a client who had received a message via Facebook from a IRS agent or auditor or something like that. And as I tried to go through the whole process and scenario with the client to help them understand that it was a scam, the client just refused to listen to me. I had to spend so much time trying to convince the client that the Facebook message was a scam. And yet I don't get it. I don't understand. Maybe sometimes we're so wanting to believe that people are good, that even when all of the bells and whistles are going off, the red flags are being waved, we still don't want to see that person as someone who is trying to do harm to us, get money from us, take us down. Now that my washing machine has finished going in the background, providing extra sound effects that I really didn't need, I want to head over to this IRS website because there are so many tax related and IRS related scams out there. They've got a whole page set up with just a list of them. So before I get into this Facebook Messenger one, I want to talk about these. The Facebook Messenger one isn't even on this list, but they have a whole lot more scams listed here for us to look at and talk about. And eventually I'll do a video on these separately, but right now I just want to kind of go down this list. You guys, I have told you before, scammers and fraudsters are working overtime. They work 24 hours a day. They don't take days off. They love working holidays, especially ones where gifts are associated with them. For instance, Christmas and Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, because those are really good opportunities for them to double down on their scams. Scams targeting taxpayers. Let's see what the IRS has here. IRS issued renewed warning on employee retention credit claims. Okay, so for most of us, that's not going to be something that we're going to be worried about. But look at this one. Fake form W-2 wages, pandemic related email scams. Yep, those are still out there. Those are still out there. Tax season is prime time for phone scams. You guys, IRS Security Summit Partners, and some of these are really old. This one's actually from last year. Charity fraud information. Look, you have heard of this one. This pennies on the dollar. I'm sure you have heard of those advertisements sometimes where people come on the radio or on the TV and they're saying, we can help you negotiate your tax debt with the IRS for pennies on the dollar. And you get excited and you think about calling. Well, the IRS is saying some of these are scams and you need to be on the lookout and careful when dealing with any of these. Then we have scam targets, education institutions, including students and staff. Now, for those of you who weren't watching or didn't catch my other video about Charlie J, who has built JP Morgan Chase Bank out of like $175 million using fake students. There was a whole fake student scam. Yeah, that was a thing. That still is a thing because she's now facing a civil lawsuit from JP Morgan plus criminal lawsuits from the US government, and then also a Securities and Exchange lawsuit. You guys, I'd hate to be in that position. Then we have taxpayers should be on the lookout for new version of Social Security number scam. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. We're going to check into that one day. Identity theft and unemployment benefits, scams related to natural disasters, impersonation scams. Here's probably the closest thing that the one I'm going to talk about relates to. Reminds taxpayers, the IRS does not send unsolicited emails. Again, though, this was an IRS impersonation scam that I had with this client, but it was not via email, it was via Facebook Messenger. Big reminder here, tax scams continue year round. It's just that tax season is a really good time to sort of double down on it because people have to do their taxes. And so, what better time to really go after people? Because at that point in time, as it gets close to the deadline, they're getting worried, they're getting scared, they're just like, oh my gosh, please, I need some help here. We have ghost tax return prepare. You guys, there are just so many of these out here. But I want to go back to talking about this Facebook Messenger scam. The client tells me Facebook Messenger, that was where the client was first contacted. The client received a message from someone claiming to be with the IRS, and that this person with the IRS had been trying to get in touch with him for quite a while about his tax return. I don't even know how to go down the next route because I feel like we have all heard this part before. And I talked about this in the puppy scam. So the IRS quote agent supposedly, tells the client, well, you've got some money here, that's a refund, but the only way that we can get it to you is that you have to pay some sort of service fee. When have you guys ever heard that, right? Service fee, and you need to send gift cards. I and I hate to laugh, okay? Just because for me, some of it sounds so ludicrous, so ludicrous. Like the IRS really is going to tell you that you need to pay a service fee with gift cards. And so I hate to laugh because some people do fall victim to this because they're so trusting and they don't know. Okay. So I'm not laughing at them, but just the thought that there's somebody out there with this scam and they keep doing the scam because the scam works and people believe it and people fall victim to it. And so they go get these gift cards and then, send them to the IRS agent and then never hear back from the IRS agent. Well, in this particular Facebook Messenger scam, the IRS agent then, goes on and tells the person about the process. Well, this particular person does get a little suspicious about it. And they're just like, I don't know if I can trust you. Who are you? You're just contacting me on Facebook Messenger. So, yes, this person's bells and whistles and red flags did start to wave and go off. And here's what the person came back with. I'm an IRS agent and I'm a Christian person and I would never lie to you. That's what the IRS agent said in the Facebook Messenger to the client. And the client, of course, goes, well, okay, if you're a Christian person, then I guess I should believe you. Seriously, this is the way this conversation was going on Facebook. I hate it for anybody who's out there getting these kinds of messages because you shouldn't even have to deal with it. But this is what this quote IRS attorney said. Yes, I'm a Christian person. I would never lie to you. Why would I lie to you? That would go against Jesus. And I mean, the conversation just went on and on and on. Okay. So by the time the client gets to me, all of this has taken place. And I'm telling the client, okay, so first of all, the IRS does not contact you via Facebook Messenger. When have you ever heard of such a thing? You get a letter in the mail to your address with your personal information on it that you can verify. And then you can call them up and you can verify it. The IRS does not reach out to taxpayers via Facebook Messenger. That's the first one. The second one, the IRS does not tell you to pay service fees or any other related fees with gift cards, sending them to some personal address. No, they don't do that. Third, the IRS generally is not talking about Jesus. Now, I will say that I have had some professional conversations with people, and the person may have been at their job. And at the end of the call, the person might say, "Well, thank you so much. Have a blessed day." I have had that happen plenty of times. But the extent to which this person was saying that this IRS agent was saying, "I'm a Christian person and I would never lie to you," and something about Jesus, generally, no, that's not gonna happen. So all of these things should add up, right? Should tell anybody that, yeah, I'm really not dealing with a legitimate IRS agent here, that this is very likely a scam. And the other thing was that it just came out of the blue. That's what I tell people all the time when somebody's calling, say, "Oh, you won this," or "Oh, here's a new prize, here's a new getaway that's yours." A lot of times people go, "Oh, thank you." And my first question is, but did you ever sign up for that contest? Did you enter that giveaway? Did you give them your information? And so this person never reached out to the IRS via Facebook, which doesn't make sense anyway, because it just wouldn't happen that way. Okay. And so, no, none of this is real. All of it is, is a scam. But it took me a lot of conversation with this person, a lot of communication back and forth to get this person to understand that this was not real. This was a scam. Thankfully, though, once the person was finally able to really believe it, because the person was almost there. The person was just sort of like, something doesn't feel right, something doesn't sound right. And I tell people all the time, listen to your gut instinct. It's usually right. So this person eventually understood and said, "Okay, yes, it does sound like this is a scam. So I'm going to go with it." And I was just like, just block the person, don't respond anymore, because there was this other feeling. So here's the other big deal about this. This person was such a good natured person that he didn't want to block the person. He felt like that would be wrong. He was like, "Well, I don't want to just block the person. That would be mean. I don't want to just like not respond because that just wouldn't be right." Here are all of the things. These are all of the things that the scammer is hoping you don't do: is don't block them, don't stop talking to them, because what they'll do is they will continue to message you because they know that they've sort of got you, but if they just keep picking at it and giving you a little bit more, maybe they can reel you on in and get those gift cards from you. And so they're just going to keep working you if you don't block them. So it did take a lot of conversation for me to finally get this person to understand that, okay, all right, yes, I will block them. Yes, I will not respond to them anymore. And I won't worry that I'm going to get into trouble because I'm going to accept that this was a scam. Like, it took a lot of work on my part to get that person to that point, because that person didn't want to be mean to this other person, to the scammer. I know it sounds unreal, but that's how some people are. They're good-natured people and they don't want to treat anyone badly or poorly. But that's it. So you take that one with you. The IRS does not contact you via Facebook Messenger claiming to be a Christian person who never lies to you and who needs gift cards sent to a personal address. That's a scam. If you got something out of this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.